You are trying to save this one person that is stuck in these horrible cycles that are just pure suffering, and they are destroying themselves. And you're trying to wake them up, pull them out of this painful, reoccurring cycle. But at some point you feel like you got no power to help them. You ask yourself why they are keep going with this self-destruction. You ask yourself if it is your fault that you're not doing enough to help them, or you haven't tried this certain approach to get it through their thick skull that they have to change something, that they should accept your help, that you just want to support them, you want the best for them. But at some point you just understand that this person can't be saved because they don't want to be saved, even though they're crying and whining and screaming that this horrible cycle should end. But why do they not accept your help? And that makes you crazy, because these people are crying for help and then you're trying to help them. But at the end of the day, their actions speak a completely different language. Their words are not fitting to what they are doing over and over again, even though you told them, even though you tried to take them with you, even though you offered the hand, you were reaching out to them. And it's not like they want to pull you into this dark hole and throw you into the same horrible cycles that are in these lost people. At least not consciously. They just try to get some attention and then even think that when you go by and want to offer your hand, you're just trying to change them. You're just trying to end this cycle that they're so used to. And what do you do if you're used to something and the new thing is scary? The new thing someone is telling you about looks like a lot of effort and a lot of pain. More often than not, people shy away, like a reflex, right? They just not up to all this energy and effort that it takes to get out of this downward spiral. But if you keep on trying to get them out of there, and they are not grabbing your hand to get pulled out, but grabbing your hand to pull you in by default, because they will keep moving their cycles if you're still attached to them, and they will pull you with them downwards. So what is the conclusion out of this? Well, you have to ask yourself this question. Have I done everything that I was capable of to help them without hurting myself at the same time? Would it be undermine my own self-love if I would allow this person to tear me down with them into their horrible cycles of self-destruction? Would it be the best if I would just leave? Because it feels just like this person wants my attention, but not my help. They want someone they can complain to about all this horrible stuff, but no one to help changing it. What part do you want to play in this tragedy? That's the question. I think you just can't save anybody who doesn't want to be saved. Just imagine yourself, and that maybe hits home for some of you who are listening. There's this certain part in your mind, it's very dark place in your mind that just enjoys this suffering you go through, this pain you experience over and over again through your own decisions. And it doesn't want you to change. Even though the rest of you is screaming, please stop it. Please get me out of this. But this one single part in your mind has so much power over you that there's nothing left but to give in. And do you really think when this certain part of you that it wants this horrible cycle to keep going is so powerful that you will ever get out of this? Because then it's not the question about if you can get out, but if you really want to get out. If you really want to get out of this, you have to want it. And you can't make someone want something if the certain dark spot in your mind is in control. So as heartbreaking as it may sound, at some point you have to just let them go. You just have to leave them behind. And sometimes there's a miracle, and these suffering people wake up by themselves because at some point they can't even bear it anymore, and they get that conscious of this dark masochistic part in their mind that they finally understood they have to change. And that's the breaking point where you can help them. And then they maybe even reach out to you and say, I finally understand it. Please, can you help me? And you will notice it because it will have a completely different energy in comparison to all these old pain cries that were just attention seeking and trying to have someone to complain about to. You will notice it, and then your action finally had some impact, that you left, that you gave them the opportunity to hit rock bottom. Because if you're trying to pull someone out of the water while they're drowning and they are so in panic that they don't even care about anything but grabbing whatever is near to them and tear it down, then you just have to pull away. You have to pull away. And if they drown without giving you the opportunity to help them properly, what else is there to do? It's a question of self-love. It's a question of noticing when a person really wants your help, right? Because a lot of people need help. A lot of people can change something. Because as long But as long as they don't want help, as long as they don't want to change, you can do nothing about it. There's just nothing you can do about it. They have to want it, and sometimes you have to let them get to this lowest point where they finally want your help. So good luck. Bye bye.